Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Thursday, September 8th, 2022, Throne Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones Tarot cards. So we have the Ace of Cups, big celebrations coming. We were highlighting Labor Day. Personally, our family has birthdays. We have Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. We have more high holidays between that. I just don't remember the names and I don't want to butcher them. Um, they're saying graduations. I know that's because it was too hot for my son's graduation party. So graduations. My nephew's girlfriend, I think maybe we'll probably do something for her. So celebrations on high. They did highlight the holidays where we're going to be really great. Tennis Spears. So they're warning us, and it makes sense. Kids going back to school, so we got to pack lunches, make sure homework's done, baths, dinners, X, Y, and Z. So try to make sure that the evening is everything gets done by a certain time. So maybe you can have like maybe an hour together and then bedtime. We have the experience to overcome this. So, everybody, especially if your kids have been in school for quite a while now, maybe they're going on, high school's a different beast in its own where they're more independent. But it's just still just keeping them on track and making sure they're reaching their goals and everything. And hopefully, you're able to inspire them. You're really good at that. So maybe that's something you should really focus on, in your high school career. That's something that I wish more schools offered trades. You know what I mean? So that way people could try things. If you like makeup, you like hairdressing, those are things that you could try. Because not everybody is destined to be a lawyer or a doctor or, something significant. Some of us are here to be, regular Joe people. So we have the Three of Coins. So we always talk about collaborations, but I feel like this is leveling up in our home. I feel like something with our home is happening here. So we have the Hermit and we have the Two of Swords here saying, you know what, take your time with this. This is a minor message. So I feel like, and when they talk about relationships and I feel like that's in a minor way. I feel like if your partner, I'm getting the masculine of the relationship having to go away for work, or maybe it's like upgrading in course or something like that. It's like you will miss them because you guys are isolated away from each other, but it's like you guys will be reunited again. So it's nothing to worry about. I don't see anything bad here. They're more highlighting of taking a step back and really looking at things. So like the pros and cons, and they're like, you're so much in your head, it looks like a big math crazy problem, right? So with the sun, and I definitely feel like it's like, this decision isn't heavy, but I definitely would consult with others, especially if it affects others, because they're showing the family here, the family home. So, you know what I mean? It's like, is this rebuilding the family home? Is this reconnecting the family home? Like, what is this? And I mean, when I mean, talk about reconnecting, I'm talking about like actual family members, you know what I mean? Coming back together and, doing, fun and things. They're showing like apple cider, they're showing apples. So maybe you're going apple picking, doing things that bring fun back into life. So we start off with the Ace of Cups: beginnings, love, creativity, flow, healing. The Ace reveals love and self expression. Falling in love, pregnancy, motherhood are common meanings, or finding an inspiration to begin a new creative venture. Hold on one second. Dogs getting into things. Whether your hope for beginnings, you will are in your flow, and there are also opportunities for spiritual growth and healing. Love is given, shared, and returned in fullness. So it's. I feel like you are seen, you are heard. You know what I mean. I feel like this is definitely something that's going to lead to marriage. I definitely feel like I'm sitting at the wedding, the bride and groom table, and I'm looking out over my guests. There's a tent overhead, like they're showing in this imagery. White tent overhead. I see, I feel like this would be more of a summer wedding. You know what it kind of looks like? Was it called Wedding Crashers? Yeah, kind of like the wedding where they fall in love with the girls, the sisters. I feel like that the tables going alongside. So I feel like this is like they're saying country club. So I feel like this is a huge event. So going to the tennis spears, and this is where I definitely feel like it's like, do not take on anything else. Yes, we're Superman, we're Wonder Woman. It's just like, no, we have enough. So feeling overwhelmed, work, guilt, burdens, martyrdom. The 10 is the card of burdens. You're carrying so much responsibility that you have lost sight of your purpose. You've been caught up in others' demands or put yourself under pressure to perform. Prioritize tasks now and ask for support when you can succeed. This card also shows carrying guilt from the past. If this is your first card in a spread, you may not be ready for a reading. So the Magician, we are in retrograde, so, planet Mercury, the planet of communication, so watch the way you're speaking, ground yourself, definitely something we were told already. But I feel like, if you feel like you articulated your words and you have more to say, rebut and correct yourself, because sometimes we say things, like with myself, when I'm nervous, I talk too much. I have verbal diarrhea, so it's just my brain is shut up. My mouth just keeps going though, so it's just correct yourself. Success, willpower, messages, manifestation, inspiration, diplomacy. Action, ideas, energies about. It's time for inventiveness, expansive thinking, and new direction. So this card often shows up to show new work relationships, business startups, and other successful creative ventures. At the spiritual level, you connect with your higher self or true purpose. If you're waiting for news, this card tells you that you will soon have the information you need. Significant journeys, moving home. So a lot of moving, especially when they're talking about the 3 of coins there, when they're talking about business startups, collaborations, we can't take away what the 3 of coins is about. 3 of coins is a collaboration of 3. Mind, body, soul, spirit, when they're talking about higher levels, you know what I mean? Maybe you are someone that is with the spiritual meaning. Maybe, this is why they were saying this is going to be the most joyful holiday season, because it's it touches you in a different way. Or maybe you see it through a different set of eyes. Maybe you appreciate it that much more. There's always time for growth. So with the 3 of coins, projects, prosperity, acclaim, early success. Your good work gets attention, so projects and other enterprises receive praise and support. This creates a shift in how others see you. So be prepared for congratulations and maybe a touch of envy as you successfully complete a key phase that sets you up for the future. So no matter if you're failing, you're winning, losing, whatever, draw, people will always have something to say. No matter what. You're doing great, they'll poop on you. You're doing bad, they'll poop on you even worse. You're doing you're not, kind of like Void of Course, where, every day repeat. Everybody will always have something to say. You just have to learn how to be you know what? They don't matter in my everyday life. If you're the type of person that reads comments and takes them to heart, then it's just stay the hell out of the comments. Even Judge Judy says that when you put yourself on the internet, you put yourself out there. You're actually opening yourself up for those things. I think that's kind of, it's just you know what? Don't you have anything else better to do? You see these trolls trolling on people, and it's really? Do you have nothing better to do? This card also favors property. You may be working on improving your home. So, I was talking about how my chapter is closed with, daycare. I feel like I'm a lot stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, to take on more, that it won't break me. So I feel like that's why that chapter has now come to a close, and I'm grateful for it. I do miss it. I'm a person that loves, arts. I love young children. I love watching Disney movies. You know what I mean? I love young children because it's just the wonderment. I love seeing them dance and sing and have a great time. That always, the kids' laughter, period, is just, you know what I mean? I enjoy my kids, but I miss them being young, but, such is life. They gotta grow up, but, I always look at their younger photos, even on Facebook. That's probably one of the only good things it's good for, is they'll show your old photos, and it's just yeah, I remember that time. Their favorite thing was to dance. Honest to God, dance, music, all that. They love that kind of stuff. So it's just that joy-free life. Not careless, but carefree life. So solitude, spirituality, truth, reflection, wisdom, self-healing, journey. The Hermit signifies completion and learning. So here we have the Crow. This is a minor message. They're showing the light of the situation. They told us, in a few weeks, if we were seeking information, we will have it in a few weeks. You may incubate new ideas and approaches or spend time reading, researching, journaling, or simply contemplating where you are in life. This quiet card, also invites you to take time to make decisions and generally go slow. In relationships, the hermit can show time apart or solitude after a breakup, giving or receiving mentoring. I feel like, especially with this Three of Coins, when they're showing the skeleton specifically of this house, we're building something here, right? So yes, we're this could be in like they were saying, projects. This could be relationships. This could be moving. This could be so many things. But I feel like because they're saying threes, it doesn't just affect you. So this is where you're really going to have that family meeting, and everybody's going to have to sit there and make that decision. Is this the way we want to move forward? Is this what we truly want? You know what I mean? I feel like it's a big decision to make here. Like with moving. Are we moving here? Are we moving there? What are we doing here and there? You know what I mean? It's certain things. So I feel like, either way you'll be blessed, but I feel like if you sit there and make the decision as a whole, you'll make the best decision. And you won't sit there like, months, years later being like, oh, I regret this decision. So Two of Swords, procrastination, thinking time, decision. You may cross swords with an opponent or face a problem that cannot be easily resolved. This too is often a card of procrastination. You're blind as to which way to go forward. By all means, take your time to think, but the decision needs to be made, and soon. You need a workable solution, not a perfect one. How can we just move forward? How can we sit there and make this work? What's the plan? Sometimes we have, honestly, when that blessing came in May, I had no idea what was going to happen there. It's just like, okay, moved a couple things around. Like, let's see what happens. I was scared poopless. I was afraid of failure. I was going to quit the day that we were getting tested. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm grateful for the people that were with me, because it's just like we encouraged each other. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I feel like certain person pushed beyond. I'm not going to get into that, but it's just like someone ended up being in the hospital because of it. But it's just like, grateful for that support. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for where I am now, and moving forward. You know what I mean? It just makes life a hell of a lot easier. You know what I mean? So it's like never taking it for granted. You know what I mean? So I feel like I said, I know in my journey, like they're contemplating where we are in life. I'm not so much contemplating where I am in life. I'm just thankful for the journey. I'm thankful for the blessings that came in and the time that they did, because I realized, like, I needed time to heal. I'm grateful that I am where I am in my journey, putting my kids first. I will never, ever sit there and regret that decision. I will always put them first. Always have, always will. And we talk about reflection. I feel like reflection can happen at any time. Everyone's like, oh, the full moon's for reflection. You can reflect at any time, especially when you've been through a life-altering things. Me and a girlfriend were kikiing about that, like, where she is in her journey, and how, she's proud of herself, how much she's grown, and I'm just like, applauding her. You know what I mean? How much she's grown and bloomed, and her light, she's shining again. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I didn't live so far from people. I know teleportation is going to be a thing of the future, but it's just like, it's like the people that you really admire and care about, you wish you could be around, and you're stuck around heathens. You're stuck around people that don't appreciate you. But, you know what I mean? It's just like, once upon a time, maybe in another life we'll be closer, but it's just like, I'm grateful, I've been always watching from afar, and now it's so crazy how our journey has come together, but, I told her, it's like, we go through journeys like this because they're purging our life. They don't like where we are. We don't like what we're doing to ourselves. When you sit there and you give, you have nothing more to give. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's it, and the universe is like, oh, heck no. They step in. So the Sun, optimism, success, achievement, growth, happiness, well-being, vacations, family. So the Sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot. So I love the fact that we start off with the Ace of Cups. Your cup is overflowing. Celebrations. Even if you're not even together in a relationship, who cares? Celebrate life. Celebrate the fact that you woke up this morning. Celebrate the fact that whatever you're happy about, you're happy about. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I was in such a last week. I was just like, what in the flying? I'm like, this must be pre Mercury retrograde energy. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I should have fed. I was like this on Wednesday, and then it just hit me. I don't know if I was just tired. I don't know. But it's just like, it just hit me on Friday. I'm just like, But I'm trying not to let it affect others. Like, it's just like, what I'm going through is my problem. It's nobody else's. So the card of signifies happiness, well-being, and opportunities to bask in your achievements. The card often arises to show a well-deserved vacation, and overall reaching a point to which you can ease up and share precious time with those close to you. So, they were showing gardening, like we're about to reap our harvest. Talk about cup runneth over. Cornucopia. Thanksgiving, filling up the horn full of the your harvest. To show all the beautiful colors of fall, and to sit there and be grateful for a happy growing season. My garden's been stalled. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's just like coffee grounds, eggshells. I've just fed it yesterday, and I'm just like, what is going on? It's like I'm getting more tomatoes, but the one side is just stalled. I don't know what's going on. It's just like, I'm like, I don't know what to think. It's just like all my zucchinis are at this size and won't grow any bigger, and I'm just like, is that it? Should I pick it? Like, what should I do? So it's just like, I'm grateful, but it's just like, come on, bear some more fruit. There's still some more season to go. I think we're going to have a warmer September. I feel like September and October are going to be warmer. And then it's all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're just going to get this cold. After Halloween, we're just going to get this, around November 4th. That's Shane's birthday. We'll just get this cold snap, and it's just like, here's winter, I feel like, and they're already projecting this. I'm going to have to see what they're saying, but they're saying we're going to have like these deep colds in February. You know why? Because it's cold season, and that's when that's going to be on high. Watch. This card also favors time with children, nurturing new projects and connections with that will lead to financial success, relationship growth. So touching on that while I was babbling about the garden, it's because it's like, we don't have to tend to the garden so much. Like, everyone's going to start putting everything to bed. Like, my flowers got incinerated in the sun. All August was heat wave after heat wave, and they just fried my flowers. So it's just like, as much as, I try to take care of them, it's just like, there's only so much you can do. So it's just like when the garden beds where I plant my zucchini, my tomatoes, it's like, starting to empty those out, starting getting ready for that changeover of the seasons. So it's just like, getting ready for that. And it's just like, then you can sit there and spend more time with the family because you're not de-weeding and feeding and watering and, cutting the grass and everything else you got to do. We'll get that break before the snow starts to hit. I don't think we're going to have snow until after Christmas or right at Christmas. And I don't think it's going to be much. I feel like it'll be a dusting. I'm fine with that because my poor back will be happy for that. But, what can you do? But, I just feel like, anything in life that's worth celebrating, celebrate. I don't care how big or small people make fun of you, whatever. Celebrate things in life. That's what life is about. Being happy, celebrating, being your creative, quirky self. Let your weirdo light shine if you're like me, and there's so many of us, and that's one thing I love about Facebook and social media is like you get to connect with those people, like I said, I wish I had teleportation, but it's like, be careful what we wish for, right? Because who knows what bag of worms will open with that one. But it's just like, just to visit, even if it's a couple hours, just to go visit with and kiki with some of these people that I've connected with. And it's just like, these entities, these energies, just amazing people, I would love to just sit around and have a drink with and have a laugh, maybe pull some cards for them, but there's one in particular that I would love to go see, maybe one day, but, nothing wrong with, being, sharing that energy and having a laugh, you know what I mean? And I definitely feel like, spreading that energy, but, no matter what this decision is, make it as a family. You have the experience for it, and the sun, so I definitely feel like the universe is backing you in this. They talked about that last week. Guardian angels by our side. They'll guide you in this decision on how to move forward, and you'll know that you won't regret it. You're going to take your time. It won't be out of desperation. you'll make the right decision moving forward. I feel like this is the next level up. I feel like this is a step up. This is nothing dire. I feel like you'll make the right decision that suits you and your family, and you'll move forward, and success will be yours. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, September 8th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.